Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. Today we're talking about what do you really get when you get a travel agent certification, why certification matters, how you get one, and what are the tangibles you walk away with if you decide to invest in the certification. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, keep on watching. That's what we're covering on the show today.
You better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell on YouTube. We bring you amazing content every single week to help you grow within the travel industry, and I don't want you to miss a thing. If you're new here, type a little "I'm new" below. I'd love to welcome you to our community, and if you are new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I started in the travel industry way back 3 decades ago. As I'm a dinosaur in the industry, but it's fine. It just means I have a lot of information to share in my noggin. Today, I'm the CEO of Wanderlust Campus, which teaches people just like you how to launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses. And this is what we do. We certify new travel agents, and we also certify travel agency owners. So we really work with entrepreneurs at every level of your growth. But today, we're talking about, do you need a certification? Is it required? What do you really get if you decide to get certified? So we're going to dive into that right now today. So first things first, I want to actually tell you guys straightforward and full transparency, you do not have to have a certification to be a travel agent. However, I will preface that by saying there's a whole bunch of reasons why you should have a certification. So I want to make sure you weigh the pros and cons, decide what's best for you, and then move forward wherever you are in your journey from there. If you are brand new in the industry, thinking about certification, thinking about the different ways to get started, I actually want to refer you to my free masterclass. This is a travel industry orientation that teaches you all the different ways you can get started in the industry, whether you're doing a certification or you're not doing a certification. We were getting so many questions on YouTube and social media about, Cyndi, can you tell me how to do this? So I put together this free training for you guys. So go check that out. I'll link it down below too. That is a great place to start if you really want to get your bearings on what are the options so you can decide what your goals are to move forward. But today, you obviously have some interest in certification, or you're wondering, what does a certification do for you in the industry? So we're going to really dial in and share all of that with you today. So first things first, why certification matters. I think the number one reason that certification matters is you are going to have a better foundation to be more successful faster. I have two different types of clients that come and work with us at Careers on Vacation and within Wanderlust Campus. The first client is, Cyndi, just tell me how to do it the right way. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste money. I want to know what I'm doing. I want to be a professional. I want to be seen as a professional. I want to get started, and I want to get to selling travel and have that confidence. That's the first type of client that comes to us. They just want to do it the right way from the beginning. The second type of client that we have just as many of, by the way, is the client that tried to do the DIY or tried to do it without certification, and they come to me and they say, oh my gosh, here's how I duct taped it together. I did this and someone told me to do this and I read this online and someone in a Facebook group said this. And so they have this hodgepodge of like a thing, right? And they're trying so hard to make it into a travel business, and then we got to rewind, hit the reset button, and start from scratch. Now listen, I had a Dutch grandmother who I loved very much. And so I understand trying to do stuff on a budget, trying to do stuff inexpensively, but you also have to consider what is the cost in making mistakes that you could make that could cause your company a lot of business or liability, the time that it's going to take to redo things if you don't do them right the first time. So just weigh those things out as you kind of get started. I'm always a fan of finding a deal, but this is not an area where you kind of want to skimp. So having that certification really multiplies your potential for success out of the gate faster. Whether you're certifying through me or you're certifying through someone else, listen, I wish you the most success no matter what, but at least you will have a foundation to kind of get started in the industry. The second reason is the travel industry is way more complicated than you think it is. I know you're excited about it. It sounds like a fun career and you're used to using booking systems to book your own travel. You're great at it. That is the typical person that will come and say, I want to be a travel agent. This is going to be easy. It is not easy because you have to book travel for other people. You have to also know the rules, the guidelines, the booking systems, supplier policies, liabilities that are involved. It is a very complicated matrix of one, how to be a travel agent when you're booking travel for others, but also how do you set up your business in this online world that we live in today, right? There's a lot of little pieces that kind of come into play in order to do it successfully. All the stars have to align, all the best practices have to come together, and you want to make sure you're doing that in a very systematic, methodical way in order to get to the success faster. And so you don't end up in a cycle of overwhelm, stress, and chaos. That is the other thing that a certification will do for you. The other three things that I like to say foundation wise that you will be ahead of the curve on is understanding how to do the core function of being a travel agent, right? So we talked a little bit about it's more complicated than you think it is, but everything from how do hub systems work? How's the best way to package trips? How do I do a point-to-point trip versus if people are traveling from different cities? How do I manage my first group of 50 people if they're traveling? What are the processes I need to have in place, and the forms and the things they should sign off on, and all of those things. So all of the things that come with how to be a travel agent, you'll have a better foundation with that. You'll also have a better foundation on how to actually set up your business in this online format. And last but not least, you'll have the real scoop on how things work in the industry. And that is more important than you think it is. There are a lot of different starting points where people will say, just do this, or we'll do this, or it's a lot of marketing stuff that will tell you can be a travel agent tomorrow if you pay me the $79 a month, and then you're in an MLM situation, and then you're left to your own devices to kind of find your own training, figure it all out. And if you ever even book a trip is depends on kind of how you kind of put that whole process together with not knowing what you're doing. It can be very frustrating. And I'm not saying it's just MLMs, but I'm saying there are a lot of different complicated structures, but when you work under someone else, they're going to have a certain set of objectives that are in alliance with their goals, not necessarily in alliance with your goals. So when you have a certification, you understand how the industry works. What does it mean when a supplier gives you a commission? Where does that commission go? What portion of it is going to end up in my bank account? You're going to understand when you get a certification how the whole back process works, so you can be educated and you can make decisions, and you can also, it's a lot harder to pull the wool over your eyes when you know how things work in the industry and you have that better knowledge. When you know more, you can make more. When you know more, you can make better decisions too. That's what a certification will do for you. The other thing that our students tell us again and again is just the confidence that when they leave our program, they're either already booking travel, they're prepared to book travel, they're confident about what they're doing, their systems are set up, all of their automations are done, their marketing is working. Everything kind of comes together, and there's that confidence that comes with, wow, I just launched a business, right? So having that confidence, it really allows you to get to the success faster versus if you decide to DIY and you're just committing the weekends to research stuff, it's going to be months and months and months before you figure out how does this piece work? How does that piece work? And if you're trying to reverse engineer what other people are doing versus just getting a beautiful roadmap of here's how to do this, here's how to do this, there are so many things you need to do on an A to Z checklist that need to be done. If you don't want it to take forever, a certification will help escalate that process for you. So in short, it will save you a ton of time. It'll save you a ton of money. Most importantly, it will help you make better decisions that are in your best interest, not in someone else's interests, which are really important. Okay, now what do you actually get with that certification? What are the tangibles that you're going to walk away with, right? So first and foremost, I'm going to walk through what you get with all of the certification programs that I know that are out there. And then I'm going to tell you some extra things that we do within our certification program that are unique to what we do, because we actually, on top of the travel agent certification, we do that part of kind of teaching you how to get your business online and walking you through it. So the first three things that I have, you'll get with any certification. You're going to get the education, right? In most formats, you're doing some type of e-learning format. You'll take online classes, you'll do your tests, you'll do a final exam, and then you can get certified as a travel agent. Some programs take up to 2 to 3 years to earn your certification. That's another thing you want to pay attention to. Ours is a 12-week program. It's an intense program, but you are done in 12 weeks and you can earn your certification by that time. So you will have that educational portal, if you will. Other ones do a lot of e-learning. Ours is a little bit different. We have Wanderlust Campus. So you're going to get access to Wanderlust Campus where all of your knowledge, all of your learning exists, right? All of your online modules, in addition to where you're going to find access to your coach, access to our live instructor-led classes. Those will be a little bit different because not all certifications have instructor-led classes. Most are just e-learning. So, but you will get an education. That's number one. Number two, you're going to get a beautiful certificate proving you are a certified travel agent. That is a really important thing that can be used both in the industry, and it can also be used as you move through your career and also with your consumers, right? That's an important thing to be able to say that, hey, I am a real travel professional in the industry. So that's the third thing that you get. You get those bragging rights to say, I'm a travel professional. Here's what I get. So most of them with that certificate, you would use that for marketing. What I will say about Careers on Vacation is we give you some additional marketing tools to make sure that you're really doing some expert positioning around the fact that you have your certification. So let me go into a few of the things that will now be specific to only our certifications. And again, I don't know all of the details of every certification that is out there, but I know these things in particular are very specific to our program. So another thing you'll get with the Careers on Vacation certification is how to set up your business, right? This is so important for scalability. What is the best practices for operations, for sales, for customer service, for how to do your lead flow, right? All of that is built into Wanderlust Campus for you. And again, we're walking you through that from an educational standpoint, but also you have that hands-on support where we are actually teaching you while you're in the program how to set up that infrastructure for your growing business. And here's the beautiful thing that no one will tell you. Whether you're in a hosting model or not in a hosting model, what we teach you in our certification is the real scoop. So how we have you set up, it will work under a hosting model, or if you decide to graduate out of a hosting model, the system that we teach you can be transferred to your own independent model when you're feeling comfortable to do that. If you're on our experienced agent certification track, and you are ready to leave your host, we will walk you through how to set up as an independent agent and teach you how to do that as well. Those are things, guys, that a host will not teach you. They're not going to show you how to leave them, right? That's not information that is made readily available, but that's why a certification is important, because you're getting the scoop behind the scenes on how the industry really works. And I'm going to make sure that you are set up for success in your short-term goals, as well as planning for the future in your long-term goals. So our certification is very specific to making sure you're set up for success even years past the point at which you earn your certification. All right, the next one is in-person live instruction. So listen, if you have kids, if you have school, don't worry, we have replays on all of our sessions. So you get the replays every week at the end of the week. You can still watch them whenever is convenient for you. But for those of you that love to show up in a classroom and be part of that community and ask your questions live, show the samples of what you're working on, you get that real in-person instruction. Our students say this is the best thing because, as you know, as I mentioned earlier, this is a much more complicated endeavor to set up than you think it is. So once you get to the point of, hey, can you look at how my lead process is working? Can you look at how I'm doing my marketing? Can you look at my new logo? You actually have real people that can help you with those things. So that in-person instruction is really, really helpful. And you also get an assigned coach to guide you through the program. You'll meet with your coach on 3 different occasions at the beginning, midpoint, and end of your certification, so they can guide you on where you are. They'll look at things that we have, like a checklist that we go through. Here's everything that should be accomplished as you go. And then at the end, you'll take your final exam and you'll earn that certification. But having that person that you can check in with along the way is another touch point that our students love, because you can use that as much or as little as you want based on your learning style. All right, the next thing with a certification is, remember I talked about the marketing package. So with any certification, you'll get a certificate. You get a certificate with ours too. Fantastic. Take your exam. The minute it's passed, you get that, and it'll be in Wanderlust Campus for you to use, to show off, to frame on your wall, all of those things. In addition to that, for our students, we've created a beautiful marketing kit to really leverage your certification. So you're also going to get a logo. Wait, I think I have a picture of it here. You're going to get Yes, Careers on Vacation logo. So you are able to put this on your website. You're able to show it on your videos. You're able to put it in your marketing to show that you are a certified travel professional. So that is a really great thing to pop on your website and all those different places so the consumers really understand that you are a certified travel professional. You're also allowed to use the initials CTP, which stand for Certified Travel Professional, after your name. So, for example, Cyndi Williams, comma CTP, I'm a certified travel professional. So that's another thing that you can do to leverage that. Put that on your signatures and in your emails for sure. The other thing that we offer in our marketing package is a beautiful certification frame. You've probably seen these if you follow some travel agents or you have travel agent friends. Or you're in the industry, you have seen this. You guys know we have our certification frames that you can use as social profiles. You can use it on your Instagram profile, your Facebook profile. You can even use this frame on your website. So immediately people understand, oh, wow, they're a certified travel professional. It sets you apart from the crowd and lets those consumers know right away that you are a serious professional. And then the last thing that you get in that marketing package is ongoing access to Wanderlust Campus. So Wanderlust Campus, we launched it earlier this year. Everyone is raving about it. It's been fantastic. Not only is it where all of your materials will be, as long as we run these programs, you will have lifetime program access, or we call it lifetime access to the program. So you will be able to access your materials. And if we update a Facebook video, or we update a TikTok video, or we update what the new sales best practice, you're going to get that even past the point of graduation because you will have access to Wanderlust Campus. So that's a beautiful thing. As you grow, you can go back and revisit those modules. But in addition to that, we are soon launching a partner portal where you'll be able to access travel supplier information, get all of that in one spot. So whether you are, again, under a hosting environment or you decide to go independent, you now have a home-based portal where everything that you need for the future will be right there for you, not only from a marketing perspective, but from an operational perspective, where you can plug in, get the things that you need. So it will be an ongoing resource even past your initial certification. So that's a fantastic thing too. And then last but not least, most certifications are teaching you and they're certifying you on the process of being a travel agent or travel professional, right? Our certification certifies you as a travel professional, but what you get in addition to that in our program is we're teaching you how to set your business up in this real world format. Other certifications won't do that. They'll give you suggestions or say, hey, try this, or when you set up your business, we recommend XYZ. No one is walking you through like we do. We give you an actual roadmap. I have it right here. We give you an actual roadmap of here are all the steps we walk you through. And then within our materials, we give you checklists. We have checkpoints along the way to help you set your business up. This seems like this is a one-pager, but let me tell you, this equals 12 weeks of work and following the instructions and doing all of the things that you need to do to make sure you're getting your business set up. So not only will you feel confident that you have your certification at the end, but you're going to feel confident in running your actual business by the end of that 12-week period, which is exciting. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I know this was diving deep on certifications, and again, there's lots of paths into the industry. I have no judgment no matter what path you go, but if you are ready to get started, you want to make sure you're doing things the right way, you want to have that confidence, you want to have a roadmap, we would be honored to help you through that process. So definitely check out our certification program. You can visit us over at careersonvacation.com. This is actually a little sneak peek inside Wanderlust Campus you're seeing on the screen here. And you get that's where we store everything that I was just talking about. You get access to all of our live classes. I'm in training every single week. We have our other experts and coaches training, and that is my team, real people you guys get to work with, which is really special about our program. So visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to learn more about that. That's just meeting with our enrollment counselors. They'll give you a virtual tour of Wanderlust Campus, learn a little bit about your goals, and see if it is a match to move forward with applying for our certification program. But guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Wherever you are in your journey, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.